So, welcome in, folks, to the first Tea and Trains stream. I've done plenty of Train Sim World streams before, or just Train Simulator streams in general, really. But I like the idea of having one where we try some longer journeys, maybe one kind of longer journey in a stream. This is entirely, by the way, influenced or inspired by, I should say. Excuse me. Do you ever just get that thing when your throat doesn't work anymore? It's just like, no, I won't do that. I was watching a streamer, friend of the channel, Oh My Kai, who likes to do coffee and planes streams. So in Flight Simulator, chilling out, very chill vibes, very nice. Flying around. I watched him the other day flying a Cessna around or over Maine, Massachusetts, New England, around that area. So I thought, hey, swap coffee for tea, the superior, beverage that I prefer more, and swap the planes for the trains, and here we go. You have sort of an extension of what I do already. So we've got the tea bit covered. That's lovely and piping hot there. It's very nice. And yes, that is an England rugby mug, because there was a rugby game at the weekend, and it featured England and Australia, and England won for the 8th time in a row. Undefeated against Australia for stretching back 5 years now, I think. Pretty certain of that. Here's where I do my winning face. And any Australians watching me like, oh, let me just dry my tears out with my brand new T20 Cricket World Cup trophy. So, hey, we'll call it evens. You win some, you lose some, I guess. But anyway, so we've got the tea bit. We've got snacks in the form of Domino's cookies, because I got Domino's last night, and if I ever get cookies, I save them for the next day. And now we just need the trains. So let's head back to Cornwall, shall we? BR Class 313 EMU. Yeah, we played that. Very good. One of my favourite motorsports. Finally getting some virtual love. Woo, yeah. Nice. Okay. So one day in the future, we'll have cars and beer. Maybe. Right. You don't need the tutorial. You don't need to do that. Oh, fuck. We didn't need to do that either, AJ. Dovetail, if you do get round to it, it would be rather nice if you fix the thing where clicking on a route immediately takes you to whatever tutorial level you haven't finished yet. I'm like, no, I just want to play it. Mike, look, it's in exit. I'm just like, exit through the gift shop. I'm like, go. Right, anyway. West Cornwall Local, out now. Yes, I know, we're trying to play it. It's a very pretty screenshot as well. Corner circle, yeah. It's like a perfect circle, but with more pasties. Anyway, yes, right. Option, main menu. Yes, there we go. So what we're going to do now is go explore Tim Tabble, and we're going to pick ourselves a locomotive to Spherical Corn. So we've got a nice selection of locos we can use for this route. We've got the 101 DMU, Class 08 Shunter, doing a heckin' good shunt, Class 40, Class 37/5, very tasty, Class 45, the Peaks, Class 47, lovely. This was the default Sprinter that was included with the route, as was the 37, although you can change the 37 so that it's the 37/5 from the Tees Valley line, which is neato, rather nice. You can see they've got the different front ends on them. That's still got the plated overhead code box with the lights in it. That one's just not. It's just a flat front. We're like, I always think they have quite cute faces with the way their lights they've got. You've got this one that's like, and then you got this one that's like, ooh, I'm a train. Ooh, I'm a train. That one just looks kind of like the guy from Big Hero 6. It's like, hello. So does that one. I think it's the high intensity headlight that makes it, you know. What? Oh, sorry. The 37's now clear out and it's showing in the preview as a Class 40. It's very not. So we're gonna keep it simple. And what we're going to do is we're going to go with wetness slider. Surely that can't be taken out of context. We need to deploy the horny truncheon. The comedy inflatable horny truncheon. I think we do. Right, anyway. So it's actually a rather nice, pleasant November day outside. Quite a bit nippy. So we'll put wind strength about there. Cloud level about 1 up from the bottom. So there. Wetness 0. We don't need any of that. So bonks himself. So what's the longest possible journey we can do on this route? We have done that one before. 59 is 1 hour and 6. You can't sort them by time up here. I wanted to do an early morning run from St Austell to Penzance. St Ives to St Earth, St Austell to Penzance. That's 1 hour. Why does no one realise the horny jail is a bad idea? Please don't explain why it's a bad idea. We don't need to know. No. We have got... Mike, what did I just say? Anyway. That's also Penzance. So, 27. Anyway. So, right, so it also depends. 1C60. It's a 1C nice service that we're about to drive. So, this will fit the bill just nicely. St Austell to Penzance, 1 hour, 7:26 in the morning. Let's do it to it. Let's go. All right. Operate this service in St Austell to Penzance. I will. Oh, we've actually got to go into St Austell station from the eastbound side. Okay. All right, well, firstly, forward on. Well, forward. There we go. Forwards. Up here, destination blind, Penzance. Well, that's actually correct, so that'll do. Train brake. We'll take that off now. And then... Oops, that's the wrong button. There we go. Why is it going backwards? Why is it going backwards? Here we go. Right, there we go. Here we go. Here is our train. What's the oldest train in the game? That's a very good question. I don't know, actually. Might be the Class 37, because they were first built in 1961. No! What am I talking about? It'll be the 1938 stock on the tube. There you go. Good afternoon, good sir. Am I having fun? Yes, I am, Joel Kozik. How are you doing? Good to see you in here. Living a dream. It's pretty cool, you know? So, is it one of the German diesels in the 30s? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one. You might be right. All right. Spot on. There you go. Unlock the doors. Morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends of the non-binary, and welcome to St Austell Station. This is your 7:27 service to Penzance. Calling out platform 2. Man, what? We're just going to ignore the woman who realised she was on completely the wrong platform, so just walked across the tracks and then teleported into the train like we wouldn't notice. Yeah, we saw you. Bloody Karens. I was wondering if someone actually streamed this game because I bought it yesterday. Oh, congrats! Yeah, I do. Fairly regularly. All right. So, go via location as indicated. All right, let's go. Whoops. Might want to take the brake off first, AJ. There you go. Thank you for the follow, Joel Kozik. Absolutely not at the train station. This is some high-quality realism. I know, right? That lovely light of the early morning sunrise as well. And we can give this the beans as well. Does this go all the way up to 11? No, not quite. It goes up to 7. Which I think is quite enough, especially at this hour of the morning. What do you think I am? Some absolute mad lad? Give me the beans. All right. Yeah. He's got tea, biscuits, and trains. He couldn't be having anything but fun. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, look at this. Slow sunrise over Cornwall. And I go for the epic screenshot and immediately get bowled by a tree. Just railway photographer problems, really. Also, now we're into the game. Do let me know how the stream's running, if it's stuttering or anything. OBS is screaming at me here, but... the only thing missing now is Lando and George. Oh, did you not know? They're actually on the train. They're actually passengers on the train. So far, the stream looks good. Excellent. Okay. Just a photographer sat in a tree. Right. Yellow signal up here, so let's be a little bit careful. Yeah. Oh, no. Brakes, AJ, brakes. Game drops the occasional frame, but it's perfectly watchable. That's the standard for TSW2, to be honest. Am I English, my boy? Yes, I am. Those weren't drop frames over from the screenshot. Very good point. Yeah, I do like a good screenshot, and it does freeze for a half a second when you take a screenshot. So, well, thanks for that. I'm just being a bit cautious with that red signal. There you go. Right. Objective complete. Next stop is at Truro Platform 2 at 7:47. So that red signal's still not going away, so I'm going to slow down again. In fact, there it is. That's the red signal. Let's make sure we stop in time for it, shall we? And then we are going to come to a complete stop. All right. No spads out here today. No, sir. Well, not yet, anyway. So I'm just going to have to vibe here for a moment. Which means we get a nice look at our train. 2-car Sprinter. I can only assume there's another train coming up in the other direction. Or we're right behind another train? I don't know. going to assume as well. I'm going to check this. I'm going to assume it's not one of those where you pull right up to it and it like it only changes when you're like right in front of it. Okay, I'm literally on top of it. If I go any further, I will get an SBAD. So we're not doing that. All right, clearly one of my favorite Pokemon in the most recent games is loosely based on a rolling stock. Oh, really? Go on. Aha! That probably answers the question of why we've got a red signal. There we go. We've got a green signal now. Righto. Morning. Morning, Nigel. All right, let's get moving again, shall we? Where we go. Be proud of me, chap. I actually stopped at a signal. That's something I have quite a patchy record with, but we actually managed it today. I believe, Mike, there is a single track section somewhere along this route. Well, we were coming through here, and it was very clearly on this line by the looks of it, so the old rolling stock they use for the mines. Oh, really? Holy wow. Yeah, let's get some fresh air in here, shall we? There we go. Nice. Yeah, here we go. Single track. That'll be it. So, yeah. That makes sense. But it's all good. Because we're on our way again. Oh, look at that. Oh, a lovely sort of wintry morning glow. Big fan of that. Oof. Oh, now we can let off because we're going down a gradient. We're at George Russell miles an hour. Speed limit in this section 65 for the moment. Just keeping the brake on a little bit. I'm on break at work. Hello, Nick. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome aboard this service, this tea and train service to Penzance. Calling at Truro in a bit. And hot drinks and snacks will be served. An at-seat service of drinks and refreshments. Snacks and refreshments are available. I've also got bear piss here. Look, I've finished my tea and it was going cold, so after this run I'll probably brew up a fresh cuppa. Crazy's out here as well. Lovely to see everyone. Gorgeous early morning glow. Go to bed. Calm down, Hitch. We don't know what. It's 10 p.m. Yeah, don't worry. You're good. I think Hitch is still a bit mardy because he's not got any milk. Which obviously, for if you want to make a cup of tea, to come on this tea and train service, is a bit of an issue. Unless, like I said earlier, you're one of those kind of strange individuals who is just like, no, a cup of tea for me is just hot water and a tea bag in a mug. No sugar? No. No milk? No. Coming in for the chill train. Hell yeah. Oh, now we're going uphill, so please hold drinks firmly when approaching stops. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. God damn it. Oh, we got bowled by trees again. Never mind. Sun just peeking over the horizon. Just kind of looking up over the horizon like, you'll have to go up now. Yeah. I've seen a trolley service on a 150. Well, we've got one on this service. Even if there wasn't supposed to be one, we have one. Because I'm just a rebel like that. If you're on my train, you get snacks. It's the rules. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a nice little reflection because the sun's behind us. Oh, nice. No Red Bull and Mercedes fans are allowed on the train. Ain't that the truth? You have to go and sit in the naughty step in the corner of the station and think about what you've done. Another green signal in 2.5 miles. All good. Oh, yeah, look at that. We need him to store salty tears to use when the rails freeze. Nervously puts on a McLaren hat. McLaren's good. You're fine. And even if you are a Merc or a Red Bull fan, as long as you're not one of those Red Bull and McLaren fans, we'll probably get on just fine. You know, those ones. Someone just screamed outside my window. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Those ones. Oh, no. Changing gradients can catch you out quickly on this route. All of a sudden, we're going from 1.5% uphill gradient to 1.5% downhill. Oh, those losing my... Yeah. Right, I think you're alright just merely having a Red Bull in your possession. I think you're alright. Although the train conductor Hitch today... Well, actually, Hitch and Mike are actually both conductors on the train. So's Resi as well. We're going to have more conductors on this train, more guards on this train than passengers, I think. The book's just hiding under his McLaren hat in his seat. Hitch is like, tickets please, tickets please. Can I just check that you don't have any Mercedes or Red Bull gear on your person? No, it's just a McLaren hat. Okay, good. Have a nice trip. I just pour it down the toilet. Valid. To ensure the safety of the passengers, no energy drinks will be served. Down's relentless before the keys. Yeah, I was going to say, all energy drinks being banned is probably a bit of an issue for Nick. To be fair, it's funny you say that, Mike. I never really got into Red Bull. The only energy drink I ever really got into was Monster. I really like that. But I quickly weaned myself off it again after... Well, it was probably after one particularly bad night. Does this train go to Battersea Power Station? Unfortunately, it doesn't. We're a bit too far west for that. But welcome aboard either way, JBS 319. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? An at-seat service, trolley service of hot beverages and... Well, not these ones. I've finished these cookies. Is available on this train. Please make sure you have all tea and good vibes with you when boarding the train. But yeah, the thing that put me off Monster, it was kind of my own fault really. I pulled an all-nighter to do an essay for university, and I had, I think, 3 or 4 cans of Monster. Not the full-size ones, like the half-size. So 2 full-size cans of Monster, or 2.5, maybe 3. In about 6 or 7 hours. And my eyes started to vibrate. After that, I was like, do you know what? I probably should be, should moderate my energy drink usage. And to be honest, with the amount of cups of tea and Beppis and stuff like that I have, I don't need more caffeine. Does anyone remember Pussy Energy Drink? Yes. Because I can't say it in anything other than Jeremy Clarkson's voice. Would you like some pussy? You know, now that you mention it. I don't drink energy drinks anyways because caffeine does my head in. There you go. Oh, we're back to double track running meantime. Meantime, we can crank the throttle up here. Ah, and you know what it means. Whenever we go on this route, you know what it means. We got sexy viaducts. Sexy viaduct views. Feels like my vision is vibrating. Yes. Does anyone here remember 4 Loco? Can't say I do. Inform me. My local football side is owned by Red Bull. Would that be, is it Red Bull Miami? No, that's Inter Miami. Is it Red Bull New York? Something like that? I know some of the MLS now. I love how MLS, the first uber long speed run I did was powered by 5-hour energy shots. Turns out 3 of those in 2 hours is a very bad idea. I can imagine. 4 Loco is basically, what if an energy drink but with alcohol? Oh my God. We had Jaeger bombs in pubs at the time. We didn't need anything else. We didn't need something out of the can with that level of alcohol and caffeine in it. Do you want to actually play? Does anyone remember that film Crank? Is it Crank? Where Jason Statham has to stay above 60 miles an hour or he'll die. It's basically Speed Human Edition. Like, instead of keeping a bus above 60 miles an hour, Jason Statham has to keep his heart rate above 600 BPM or some shit. Like, vodka with 4 times the caffeine. Oh my God. Do you want to live out your life like Jason Statham in Crank? Drink some 4 Loco. Don't blame us if you instantly have a massive heart attack and die. Jeez. What if Jaeger bombs in a can? Oh, God. I had a couple of those before I banned them. I banned them. The book's like, no, I've had enough. It was fruity flavours which made it easy to drink. Oh, you mean like snake bite? What if he sold death in a can? I know, right? What next? Flipping absinthe and methanol. Literally arsenic and old lace. Why does 4 Loco sound like should be like a train name? Well, the Loco bit. Also reminds me of that old song Loco in Acapulco. We've still got a green signal, 1.7 miles to Truro. We're sort of going to be on time, not that far off, I don't think. Not too far away, and we're climbing quite a steep gradient. Oh no, I've forgotten the... Oh no! Hang on. Is it G? No. Alright, never mind. But just... Once again, I forget the thing to... There we go. Okay, that tunnel was quite short. I always forget to turn on at least the instrument lights. Okay, so now we're going downhill quite a lot. So I'm actually going to put the brake on a tiny bit, start slowing down. There's some switches behind my head. Aha! Tail light switch, demissed, instrument lights. Yes, there we go. Old gear, spare, marker lights. We've already got those on. So there we go. We're good. We're good. 0.9 miles. We'll coast it in a bit more from here. It's literally the drink equivalent of 4 linked HSTs at full throttle. I've had 2 Jaeger bombs. Both times it came right back out within 10 minutes. Mood, yeah. Hey, another 6 viaduct shot. Love some sexy viaduct content. Sexy viaduct content, it's why you watch. And one more, because we really should start slowing down now. Quite a lot. Semaphore signal there. As we go past, it'll go ka-toon, ka-toon. There we go. Lovely. In fact, we're probably slowing down too much. We are. You know what? These sprinters have got quite decent brakes on them. Oh, look at that. I have always said the strength of these games is their lighting engine. The lighting and things like that, it's very nice. All right, so we're trundling in. Braking 1. Slowing down. Nice and smooth. Are we going to get the perfect stop into a station? We might do. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Why do I need to go to Sodar? What's Sodar jail? I ain't done anything. There we go. Nice. Excellent. Welcome into Truro Station. Here it is. Yanks say Brits drink their beer warm. I think we drink our beer chilled to -20 so that we can't taste what something like Coors Light actually tastes like. Yeah, probably the bigger issue. Because when you drink something like Budweiser, otherwise known unaffectionately over here as Nat's urine, you kind of need something to take the edge off it, or give it an edge, really. Coors Light has an actual taste, apparently. Excuse me. Right. Redruth Platform 1. There we go. There's a little shuttle train in the platform there. Some wagons. There's some wagons over in the yard. Some vans by the look of it. I'm just gonna slide on through. There's a 37 in the yard over there. It's a bit more rumbly than our train, I will say. Morning. There it is. Look at it there, rumbling away in the yard peacefully, waiting. Meantime, we're going to do a rumble of our own. Like I said, ours doesn't rumble as much. It's more sort of chunters. But the actual taste is watered down piss. Yeah, pretty much. You know, there's no lies detected in what you're saying. There's 1.5% gradient out of the station. Stream still looking good? I want accidentally blasted a room temperature Budweiser and immediately wants to time travel and smack the Budweiser founder when he was a child. You know, fun but fair, really. There's no excuse. No excuse for beer that obnoxious. For beer that obnoxiously naff, really. Like, say what you will about cheap beer that you buy from the top shelf down the newsagents. But at least it has some kick to it. That's all it does. I will be consuming my fair share of real ale on the Winter Cumbrian Mountain Express on the 29th of January. Lovely. Lovely. Very cool. What's going to be hauling that? I meant to say Sodor jail. Well, why am I going to Sodor jail then? What have I done? I've never even been there. Fat controller out here. The fiver. Fat controller's a narc. He's got the 5-0 on me for some reason. Oh, yeah. Might even be the same viaduct from the thumbnail for the stream. I tried to stay away from Pierswasser. That was another crossing about that. My Cornwall is also... My favourite beer is the free kind, so sometimes you just deal with it. One of the Cornforth pool and an 86. Ooh. So would that be a diesel, an electric loco, or a steam? Ow. Doobie-doo. Green signal in 1.5 miles. Sun slowly starting to rise over the trees in the distance. Have I ever told you how pretty this part of the world is? Have I ever mentioned that? I feel like I might have done once or twice. Oh! The sun poking through the trees. Oh, lovely. Morning, sun. Are you winning, sun? Are you rising, sun? Yes. Why is AJ going to... I know, the mystery is unfolding. Electric Euston to Carnforth and Preston to Euston. Steam Carnforth to Carlisle. Then to Preston. Ooh, nice. Very nice. That'd be... Oh, look at that. Oh. Everything the light touches is ours. Everything the light touches is Cornish. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Like I said, I've said this time and time again, this game's strength has always been in its lighting engine. I love the lighting in these games. It's very kind of subtle. It's not epically like overburdened with like effects and stuff, but it's just really nice. It does its job very well. Oh, beautiful. Anyway, focus on the line ahead. Last time I did it, we got to Carlisle and the steam locomotive failed, so we had a class 47. So they sent me a code for 35 quid off my next trip with them. Valid. Valid. In British Touring Car News, the hybrid's been out for another run at Brands Hatch. Ooh, intriguing. The Line King, very good. By Carlisle, I mean Carnforth. Ah, gotcha. Okay. So did you get, like, what? Oh, you just got a diesel anyway, but because it wasn't the advertised, like, is it because it wasn't a steam loco or specifically not that advertised one? Like, had they put another steam loco on, would you have still got that partial refund? Excuse me. I mean, I wouldn't have minded at all, but then again, I'm one of those strange people that doesn't, like, go, like, kettles or smelly, stupid, ugly diesels or electric. I'm just like, it's trains. Trains are good, you know? I like old trains. They advertised steam and we got... yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because, I mean, for some people, it probably would be a big sort of selling point being hauled by a steam engine, you know? Mwah! You could sell these as postcards. 3.6 miles to Rudruth. There was actually a diesel stick. There was actually... It was a hybrid. Oh. Oh. There is actually work being done on... that's one of the abandoned stations on this line. We still haven't found out what that station is. We're going to look it up when we have an appropriate length of time to stop at. Nice photo coming through the abandoned station, though. And the new NASCAR car has crashed. Has it actually survived the crash, though? Is it actually made out of something more strong, like, with slightly more crash resistance than crisps? Really? It was my first time being on a 47, so it was fun for me. When we found out we weren't going to be steam-hauled, I was hoping that we'd at least get a 37. There you go, yeah. 47s are deceptively, like, fun. They sound nice, they're really good. It's just... They didn't have the, like, legend status of some of the classic diesels because they were kind of anonymous. They were just kind of everywhere. I've said it before, they were the 66 of their day. It's like the same way you see now, it's 66, whatever. You know, back in the day, it was like, it's 47, blah, whatever, boring. We want a Western or a 37 or, you know, 45 or something, you know. Is the new NASCAR car better or worse than NASCAR 21? It's going to have to go some to be worse than the game. NASCAR 21, the movie, the game. NASCAR 21, the fail, the game. I remember watching back the video, the like highlights reel video I put up from that, and I remember right at the end, when I was just reaching the end of my patience with the game, that guy came in and went, NASCAR 21's not that bad, and I was just like, funny joke. Now, we've earned a reward. We drove 72 miles. Specifically 72. Apparently, yeah. So we are at a nice miles per hour. Can we get to 70? It got destroyed in the chat rooms. I think my favourite part of all of that was when Oriel just started like going on a one-man offensive against him. It's just like, fact, it's rubbish. Fact, this is broken. Fact, this is broken. And while he was doing that, I went wrong way at Talladega, smashed head-on into the Christopher Bell's car, and the cars fused together and mated like this. And while Ori was mid-rant, he suddenly looked back at the screen and went, and then that just happened? You still want to claim this is a good game now? Huh? It was like the game just proved itself to be so crap. Oh my god. Anyway, we're coming up on a stop now, so I watched Jim's stream of it, and the amazement in his face when he found out he could just copy-paste his RF2 wheel setting, because that's exactly what it is. It's a lazy RF2 mod someone decided to put out as a full game and fluke money out of it. Anyway, morning. That was Reg. A quickly bodged together RF2 mod pack. Yeah, as someone who's played good R-Factor 2 mods and has played R-Factor 2 and knows that it can be quite good, but it also has its fair share of issues. Yeah, a proper RF2 mod would have wheel spot. Exactly. Like, I have played RF2. I have played good RF2 mods. They are better than NASCAR 21. And in many ways, some of the issues that NASCAR 21 has are stuff that RF2 just didn't bother to have, like the damage model being crap. That was foreshadowing when the next-gen Cup cars crash into each other and fall. Yeah. I just remember that, like, in the first race at Daytona where, just everything went wrong. That was the one that finished where we got soft-locked in an infinite loop where the AI just drove our car for us. Do you remember that? Do you remember those fun times where we weren't playing the game? Yeah, there was. I just remember the bit in that where they tried to fix the rear bumper of our car, like the rear bit of sheet metal on our car, and after it just sort of flapped around, like for the entire rest of the race. I say fixed because they blatantly didn't fix anything in the pits. Going to the pits. Fix everything, please. All right, you fixed. Goes back out. Why is my left front tyre still flat? Did you not even change the tyres? No. I thought you all gold. We're going to be a bit... Come on. Steady. Sorry. It's ranting about NASCAR 21. It's a bit... Come on. Please. 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 Oh. All right, close enough. That'll do. We're still on the platforms. That's fine. There we go. Anyway, welcome to Redruth. Some nice generic Volkswagen Volkswagen Golfs in the in the car park. Oh, that's a nice little picture. We'll take that. Arca brakes. Whoops. My favourite moment was depressed Kyle Busch in the pits of Bristol. Oh, don't you mean Darlington? That's one of my favourite moments. The whole Darlington race, where he crashed. Sat in the middle of the track for an entire lap, waiting for the caution to come out. It didn't. The whole field just full throttled straight into us. None of them slowed down even a bit. So then we were parked up against the wall on the back straight. And as the field came round, Kyle Busch was slightly in front of everyone else. So he started to actually slow down. Like, he reacted like, oh no, there's a car in front of me. I won't want to slow down and not crash into it. And then the rest of the field behind him just went, lol, no. It was just an avalanche of cars. Oh my word. It was just an avalanche of just like cars flipping and rolling over. It was hysterical. My God. I can't remember a stream recently where I've like almost bust a gut laughing that hard multiple times in a stream. Oh. Like there was 3 at the very least that I can remember off the top of my head. There was the first one, which is where none of the controls were working. We got rear-ended at 200 miles an hour at Daytona about 3 times, and then the game just gave up and crashed. Then there was the Bristol fiasco, where we were disqualified from the race, but we weren't. So then we were just kind of watching the race from the post-race cameras while the race continued, except everyone was trying to pit and couldn't figure out how to navigate a 40-mile-an-hour pit road. So they just started randomly it's like crashing into the pit entry, crashing into each other, missing their pit box, turning around, driving the wrong way, ramming into other people. It was honestly, it was like watching an iRacing lobby populated full of toddlers. It was like a toddler's creche. Like a toddler was actually just pushing NASCAR toys around, like, going in the pits now, I know the crash. That's what it was. That's what it was right there. And I don't know if they're trying to appeal to a younger audience for their games, but that ain't it, Chief. It's the crash in the original Cars movie. Is NASCAR 21 from EA? No. EA pieced out on NASCAR a long time ago. Now, this was Motorsport Games. Part of the Motorsport Network, the biggest conglomerate, corporate conglomerate of motorsport media companies in the world, that had already bought out several high-profile game studios, as well as every single motorsport media and broadcasting outlet in the world, which is why, when NASCAR 21 was released, you saw a slew of really nice reviews from it, and plenty of follow-up articles for that good engagement from places like Traction.gg, Autosport, Motorsport.com, Motor1. Do you want to guess who owns all of those sites? Yeah, so, yeah, they basically tried their own... They basically went full AAA right out of the gate, releasing an unfinished pile of slop. I've seen enough rookie MX-5s to know where this is going. It's what a certain someone from the Midlands might say, quality. Okay, so the next stop is at Camborne, so it's 1.2 miles. I'm getting distracted because up in the top right it says 780 yards, whatever it is, for the 70 mile an hour signal, the 70 mile an hour speed limit. So a lot of the budget went into paying off people to write good reviews. Well, not even that. They already own all these companies, so they're just like, can you write a piece reviewing NASCAR 21? We haven't been given the game. No, you just say it's good. But isn't that kind of false? What did I say? Who owns your contract, mother trucker? Oh, all right, fine. I'm not asking questions. Oh, another level crossing there. Coming up on a station I have been to. I actually got off the train down here at Camborne because I was going to... oh, I can never remember what it's called. Cornwall Model Railways. Cornwall Model Railway Centre. I think it is. It's a model railway shop in Cornwall, obviously. So when I was down in Penzance on holiday, I went to Camborne to have an explore around there and found the model railway shop. It was all right. Their online presence is a lot better, I think. But yeah, I checked out Camborne. And then I think that same day I went down to St... Did I go to St Ives on the same day? I might have done. I feel bad now that we'll be getting a British Touring Car game because it's from them. Yeah, exactly. And an IndyCar game and a World Endurance Championship game. And they have the exclusive rights to host Le Mans 24 hours themed events. Like iRacing can't even do that anymore. I'll be honest, as much as we like to give iRacing crap from time to time, very justifiably, comeback iRacing, all is forgiven. Although they found a way around it with their 24-hour championship that included... What was it? Their 24-hour endurance race championship, round 3 at Le Mans. So it's a 24 hours at race at Circuit de la Sarthe that's not called the Le Mans 24 Hours. Honest. I can't believe it's not the Le Mans 24 Hours. Anyway, we've just about stopped in time. Yeah, close enough. That'll do. That'll do. There you go. Oh, we've got back on schedule. I didn't even notice that. We're on time. Holy cheeseburgers. Oh, yes, the Groundsman 4 trick. What's that? The Circuit de la Sarthe 1,000 and so minutes. How many minutes is it? Many minutes. Unless they somehow pull a 180 and become good, but I doubt it. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think the problem is NASCAR 21 just exposed how many issues they have at like a fundamental level. Like the way they released the game so obviously unfinished. It's just, man, just stinks of proper like AAA arrogance. 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 And when that British Touring Car game does come out, and if it is bad, the British Touring Car drivers will be... That would be quite funny, actually. That would be really funny. If all the touring car drivers themselves actually came out and went, this is the first British Touring Car Championship game in over 20 years. And this is the crap that my name is in? Circuit that's the 1440 minutes of a motorway in France. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Right, onwards. Next stop is at Haley? No, in this country, in place names, it's probably called, like, how. It's probably just, Like, I've said this before, the amount of times in, like, Another Station, Another Mile videos The funniest ones are the ones where I have actually asked a local how it's pronounced, and there's still people in the comments like, no, you blithering idiot, it's pronounced like this. I'm like, I literally asked a local. Have any NASCAR drivers commented on NASCAR 21? Good question. I don't know. Right, going down quite a steep gradient here. We're at a nice miles an hour, and we're bang on 70. They took enough flack from this to where they get their shit together for future releases, but I'm not holding out that much hope. I don't know, man. Like, it would depend. Oh. Oh, yeah. The speed limit's going down a bit drastically. There you go. Lovely, there we go. Right, that's better. Coming down to 50 miles an hour in a moment. If you were on the continent, it would be another station, another kilometre. That will be interesting, given that I do at one point want to do international series of another station on the mile. Off the top of my head, Germany, Japan, and America are the three I have on the top of my head for like regional themed specials. Like Chris Eden Green's doing steam locomotives in profile USA special. He's crowdfunding for that at the moment, which is very exciting. Hope he's able to do that. That'll be really cool. 50. He's basically going to go on tour out to America and just film a load of individual episodes of Slips, steam locos in profile. And yeah, we'll just go around America and be like, welcome to... Today on Slips, we have this absolute unit over here. It's a 481284 Bayer Garrett. And like most things in America, it's absolutely humongous. Oh, it's a Class 101. Morning. Oh, that's nice. Oh, another abandoned station here. Atmospheric shot through the weeds on the old platform. There you go. All right. We can actually go back up to 60 miles an hour now, so let's do that, shall we? I heard a steam loco recently going down the tracks near my local Amtrak station. Nice. Oh my god, that was a worryingly big hang there. So I wasn't even taking a screenshot or anything, and the game like froze for like a good few seconds. I'm like, don't do this to me. Meantime, more sexy sunrise shots, and another yellow crossing, level crossing. If you come over here, I need to show you the Reading and Northern Railroad in Pennsylvania. Vintage diesel, steam locos, and dip. You've sold it to me. I'm there. Meantime, honk. Just in case anyone was like, oh, I'm just going to quickly sneak across the level crossing in front of the train. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Right. So in a mile, we'll go back down to 60 miles an hour, but we'll probably need to put the brake on anyway because we're going down a moderately steep gradient. It's a very unique distant chuffing. Oh, yeah. I think you mentioned that last time. What's that? About the Reading and Northern or something else? Do. Yeah, here we go. The gradient is now so steep downhill that we're still... Oh, right. Okay. I thought we were still on braking step 1. We're not. I was like, no, it's still gaining speed even though we've got the brakes. Oh, I've not got the brakes on the top. Right, okay. They operate both passenger and freight services. Hell yeah. So is it just like a heritage railway? The way it sounds, it almost sounds like it's a still operational, like it's just a normal railway. Like you just show up there and you're like, hello, do you want a ticket to go here? Yes. Is that my train? Yeah. I should go to Strasbourg. Why should I do that? Sell it to me. You know, why should I do that? Why? No wonder I come across confrontational sometimes. Or, as a friend of mine with ADHD said the other day, said like, you probably have the rebel tendency in ADHD. There's like 4 different ways your ADHD can manifest, and one of them is the rebel kind, which is where nobody can tell you what to do, ever. And that's very true of me. I can't tell myself what to do. The moment I'm like, yes, what you're going to do is you're going to do this at this time, and my brain just goes, how about no? Strasbourg is a heritage line, but they run freight. Nice. So wait, the Reading and Northern is just a normal railway. It just so happens to use old stock. and old locos and stuff. That's amazing. It has a massive museum next door. Oh, that's awesome. Also, we're coming up on our next stop on our current journey, which is Hayley Williams from Paramore. You there? I'm Hayley Williams from Paramore. From Paramore. Dating from 1903 to 1950. Awesome. Sounds like my kind of place for sure. Right. There we go. Plonk the brake on. Yeah. Do. 21, 40. Throttles off. Yep. See, we're still coming down quite a steep gradient, so here comes the station. Right, we are going to, in fact, we're going to put the braking up higher. Come on. 30. More than that. More than that. Are we going to stop early? No, we're not. No, we're not. Ooh, a little bit early. Close enough. There we go. Welcome to Hayley Station. Or Hale. Or or station. It's just a sound. I'm pretty certain that's how some towns in Wales are pronounced. Just the Reading and Northern is a regional railway powerhouse. They primarily use the SD40-2. That's in this game. We're running early, look. We're running early. Wait until 8:14:52. You need to understand how big a deal this is for me. I am always minimum 5 minutes down on all of these journeys I do, especially on the stream. Whoops. Take the brake off, AJ. There we go. I've got to disembark here. Hopefully I'll be back later. Peace, everyone. See you later, Book. Hey, you're on the platform. See you later, Book. Let's Book that back there on the platform. He's walking off. He's walking off. See you later, Book. Lovely to have you aboard today, as usual. It's always a pleasure. Meantime, more sexy viaduct sunrise shots. Sexy sunrise viaduct shots. Doesn't quite work. Welcome to making several guttering noises. What's that? When I try and brake. Use the SD40-2. There's freight power, which is once ubiquitous, but is now 50 years old and rare on the mainline. Base car class 47. I know it's in this game, I think, the SD40, which I believe the main route in one of the main American routes runs through Pennsylvania, I believe. So, doobly-doobly-doo. More nice little close-up shots of the train. They have 3 barred RDC rail cars for weekend passenger service from Reading to Jim Thorpe. What is how? Well, just Jim Thorpe's house. The next stop will be Jim Thorpe's house. They use GP30s and GP38s for their Lehigh Gorge scenic train out of Jim Thorpe's house. Near me and goes to PA's the Sandpatch Grade. That's the one. That's the one that's in this game. Sandpatch Grade. Oh, God. Oh, God. That the gap between the stations was a lot less than I thought. Where's the brake? Where's the brake? Where's the brake? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's right round the corner. It's right round the corner. Oh, no. Oh, dear Jesus. Please, baby Jesus. Please, baby Jesus. Please. You know what? I think we're going to get away with this. Just about. I think we're going to get away with this. And then let it coast in. Oh! Woo! We got away with that one. Anyway, welcome to St. Earth. Morning. Woo! What can I say? The Sprinter's got good brakes on it. Oh my God. I just suddenly looked up and the distance marker to the next station was showing 3 digits, and I was like, is that in yards? That's not measuring in miles anymore, that's measuring in yards. That must have been close. And we were still doing over 60. And we're still running early. Probably with driving like that. I don't think anyone's surprised with driving like that we're running early. Anyway, welcome to St. Earth. It's nice and chill here. Over there is your branch to St. Ives, which we've been down before. And we've also got some wagons stored in the spare siding there. And now I can lock the doors, so... the weatherman pronounced it perfectly. Oh, Landfair, Rob Williams, Marty Sligo, Gogot. Yeah, that. Clearly how it's pronounced, isn't it? Anyway, let's go. See you later, St. Earth. In a bit. In a bit, lads. They have a pair of F units, which you can find on the Clinchfield routes, which they run on the company train on the exteriors. They have 2 steam locos, 425, which is a 462 Pacific, originally built for passenger trains in Mississippi. And 2102, a 484, built for freight service on the Reading and Northern's predecessor. How far am I from the station? Ah, yes, 700. Oh, 700 inches. May as well have been. I was fourth and inches there. If that was an NFL play, that was a fourth and inches play there. Or is it third and inch? I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. And what's that 7-4? There it goes. We'll never not enjoy that. I saw a picture. Someone posted it in a Discord server, a train-related Discord server that I'm in. AJ, you're in a train-related Discord server. I know, right? I know that shocks you. But it it was a screen grab from, I think it's Sniper Elite 4, which is set entirely in Italy in the Second World War. It was of a small freight yard with a very British-looking signal box and straight-up British Great Western Railway semaphore signals. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't remember reading in the history of the Great Western Railway, you know, 18... oh, Christ, I should remember this. Anyway, whenever it was to, you know, 1923 or whatever, I don't remember reading about Brunel's plans to extend from Exeter south to Rome. The Exeter to Milan extension of the Great Western Railway. I don't remember that. Also, we've got a red signal in 2 miles. We only have to go via the next location, but it's a red signal. We'll have to stop at it. Again, this might well be because we're just running too early. The signals just aren't expecting it. Morning. Dooby-doo-doo-doo. Can we get up to 75 miles an hour before? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can, especially if we're going downhill. Most of the way now should be downhill as we're getting nearer the coast. And 75. Now we back off the throttle and start to slow down just a little bit. We have not come this far just to spad out right near the end. And we're not doing that. On one of Strasbourg's locomotives is former Great Western. There's also a former Great Western loco running in New Jersey, and I'm a car attendant this weekend on the train that is pulling. Oh, wow! As in Great Western Railway UK. UK edition. Aha, that's a yellow signal informing us that you might want to start slowing down because the next signal is probably a red. We already know. Oh, I'm doing 50. Oh, that's the platform. Right, still showing red. Still showing Taylor Swift's latest reissued album. Red signal, Taylor's version. All right. Okay, it's just past this this marker. And we are still going to slow down anyway. And taking no chances with them red signals. Tell you what. Egg spad, bacon and spad. No, I don't want either of those. Right. Objective complete. Hey, green signal. There we go. I assume this was for the single track running. So when we passed that location, it was like, do you have permission to enter? Yes, you do. There we go. So 50 miles an hour in 0.6 miles. And we're going uphill again, because why not? And the sun is now finally risen over the treetops. It hath risen, like the baby Jesus at Easter. Lovely. Okay, so there's 50 miles an hour. We'll just stay at that speed. Oh, we're actually going uphill a little bit. This is Cornwall, so there's no surface that's flat for more than 100 yards, whether it be uphill or downhill. Ah, yes, coming into the single track section now. There we go. Still got green signals, lovely. 1.2 miles is a yellow signal. That'll be the mouth of Penzance Station. The station throat, I should say. Oh. And on our right, well, on our left is that view. Oh my God. Wow. And over here is Penzance Long Rock with another 37. And some rakes of coaches. All things you'd expect to see at a depot. At a depot. Just, whoa, hello. Oh, it's squeezed in, camera squeezed in next to the building for Long Rock. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, we should probably start slowing down now. Because, you know, we're coming up on Penzance Station itself. This is actually very similar to the kind of view I got coming in on the... Oops. Whose camera got bashed by... I like to imagine there's a drone hovering alongside doing those shots. That we sort of semi-control. Running alongside, and then it was like, oh, we're good now. It bounces off the carriage washer. Another depot mile, another mile. Yeah, innit? Just some more wagons. There is another 37 in the yard there. Morning. Morning. One more shot there. Lovely. Oh, it's an 08. Hey, it's a class 08. Doing a heckin' good shot. Look at him there. Look at him there. Look at you there. Morning. Morning. It's just a heckin' good shunter doing a heckin' good job. Look at him there. This big old rake of coaches. We're going to just cruise in at 15 miles an hour. I'm going to share a pic in the Discord of a very iconic train from my childhood in Baltimore. Go on. You need to take one of America's legendary sleeper trains. We still have plenty. Oh, you know me. You know I like a good sleeper train. Also, Nightbot has decided to go on strike recently. I need to look into why that is. It's just given up altogether. I wonder if it was during the great Twitch leak and I had to reset all the passwords and things. Maybe I need to reset the link for it there. But there's a yellow signal there. Then a red signal, but that's kind of beyond the buffer stops at the end of the... Oh, my God, this is so pretty. I love Penzance so much. Look at this. It's all just beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It really is. We're actually speeding a tiny bit. So all we're going to do is we're going to do that. There we go. Now we're fine. You only need to reconnect, I think. Oh, for Nightbot, yeah. There's probably plenty of people that are like, I don't mind, I've not been spammed every 5 seconds with links to be like, drink water, sub to AJ's YouTube channel. Which you totally should. Which, I mean, you totally should do that, but still. Oops. The camera's not having fun because we're pressed up against the early morning light. Oh, it's just all beautiful. And I believe that's a 47 vibing in the vibing in platform 3, I think. The double because it ran 2 locos. Oh my goodness. When one thick boy just isn't enough. Alright, so we're just going to trundle nice and smooth into platform 1. This man, he's ready. He's ready for action. Oh, do you know what? We're not going to... Yeah. We're supposed to arrive at 8:26:47. We're going to arrive at 8:27:12, so barely like 30 seconds behind. I think... I think close enough. What do you reckon? Come on. Come on. And then we are going to do that. Yeah, right on the money. And I'm going to open the doors there. I would recommend the California Zephyr, the Coast Starlight, and the Empire Builder out west. Great names. Hey, Oh My Kai's here. Hello. Oh My Kai's here to be like, I swear I've seen this type of stream name before. Well, you know how you have coffee and planes? Well, here's the thing. I like tea and I like trains. So I thought swap the coffee for the tea and the planes for that. And there we go. So thank you. Everyone thank Oh My Kai for the inspiration for this series of streams, which I already streamed Trains in World on the regular anyway. This is just a slightly different format and name for them. And we got a gold medal. Hey, lovely. What a run that was. We also have a regional sleeper train between Washington and Boston. Nice. Excellent. Okay, so do you know what? Pretty good run there. We were pretty much dead on time. We got a gold medal for it, so must have been pretty good. Right, so due, St. Austell, 7:27, 7:28. We were 2 minutes down at Truro. 1 minute down by Redruth. We did miss the stop by 37 yards. Whoops. By Camborne, we were back on schedule. Much closer. 28.3. It's not close. St. Earth, which should have been a disaster, given we were still at max throttle, and I literally looked up and I went, the next stop's in 600 yards. Brakes! And Penzance, dead on the money. Well, technically a minute down, but it was close. Like, there or thereabouts, really. Returns free roam. Yeah, why not? Service is scheduled to start at 9:16. Well, you know, we're not going to wait around for that, because that's almost an hour away. What we're actually going to do is we're going to hop off, because I've finished my shift, and we're going to wander over here. Now, in the game, what I'm going to do is get an ice cream. Yum. Can't resist an ice cream. Actually, we're going to have a look at this 47 over here. I've run Train Sim a few times. I've enjoyed it quite a lot. Awesome. Train Sim World 2? That's the one we're playing today. The 150s do not have horrible brakes. No, they really don't. I think they bailed us out quite a bit there. So there's the 47, just vibing in Platform 3. Presumably waiting to head to the depot. Light engine, probably. As we saw the 08. It did not look quite this nice. Oh, it might have been Train Sim 1. Or the regular Train Simulator games, which is running on graphics tech that's about as old as Piltdown Man. I mean, I think the graphics tech, the graphics engine that powers Train Simulator to this day was first invented in the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s. They're still using it. I think it's actually powered by steam and mechanical cogs. This is definitely an upgrade from Microsoft Train Simulator. Yes, which the modern Train Simulator, that's basically still the same graphics engine. I think that's a fair claim, yeah. So this is Train Sim World 2, part of the Train Sim World series from the same developers as the Train Simulator games. They just decided to make their own, a new run of Train Sim games. While still supporting the original Train Simulator, I think there's just so much content for it now. You may as well. But they've built this on a new engine, Unreal Engine 4, I think. Is it 4? That we've not got UE5 yet, have we? I don't know. Not good with those kind of things. But yeah, I think it looks rather nice. It's improved a lot as well, though. Like, the first Train Sim World was kind of a bit clunky and a bit light on content, but they've picked it up. And Train Sim World 2 is still good. I wind up spring on some wooden gears. You're not wrong. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to... A lot of people waiting for their train here. So, UE5 is the thing. There you go. So, what we're going to do... Oh, the 47's got its lights on. It did not have its lights on a moment ago, did it? There's no one in the driver's seat, though. Hang on. Is there anyone in the driver's seat down here? Yes. Excuse me, mate. When are you going to the depot? No? Okay. Suit yourself. There's the 47 just idling away to itself. In fact, that's a nice view right there. Look at that. That's quite a nice view. So, what we're going to do is take a seat here for a moment. And before we do another journey, probably back the way we just came, something different. Hey, there we go. Whoa. Whoa. Respect the text of that guy, by the way, just reversing all the way in the rear cab. If he is going all the way to Long Rock, that is impressive. Great saying I heard for something underpowered, a tortoise on a hamster wheel. You know, valid. You know, fair. So there we go. The 47's heading off. So what we're going to do is... What I'm also curious is the 08 going to now pull that stock or push that stock back in to form the train for this 47? Like, it's coming out of the platform and the 08 will bring the coach back in so we can run down the train. Tell you what we're going to do. So you can see all of that and the pretty sunrise. Is there a way we can stand in a way where you can see all of that going on? Yeah, close enough. We'll go over here. There you go. So we're just going to stand here. In the game, we're going to do that. Because IRL, I'm going to make myself a fresh cup of tea. So, back momentarily. I'll see you in a moment. I was right. There you go. Look at that. That was a shunter pushing those. It was. So that is the rake of coaches that we saw being dragged out of the station by the shunter as we came in. It's so cute. Morning. Morning, good shunter. Who's there? Morning. He's just there doing a heckin' good job. Yeah, the coach is ready for you. You can go over here now. It is Wednesday, the 17th of November. We're at Penzance, and we're travelling to all 2,566 stations. Welcome to all the stations. Etc. It's Mavis. Morning, Mavis. I learnt what the things on the wheels are. The outside frames, connecting rods. He's whistling at us again. I want to go back to actually driving trains again, but I'm too curious watching the trains. I've just settled into my train spot. Also, that's too pretty. Look at that. It's to keep the wheel speed synced for better traction. Okay. I did always find it weird how you had some diesels in the early days when they were just transitioning from steam that still had like connecting rods like that, like a steam loco. I'm like, you kind of don't need those. There's Mavis trundling off in the distance. So that should mean the 47 that we saw down here can come back to collect its train in a moment. I don't know when it's supposed to leave, but yeah, there's no timetable or anything, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just showing the next service running on that for the 150. Peering into the distance. We could be here for a while. But anyway, we did see some... Oh, no. Oh, that's Mavis coming back. We'll give Mavis a chance to come back. They were even electrics with connecting rods. Collectric rods. Most famously in Switzerland. That was terrible, sorry. They did away with them as electric motors got more reliable. They could all put down the same wheel speed without the need for connecting rods. Ah. So you see. So here comes Mavis to come and vibe in the go back to have a nap in the siding over there. Whistle is the cutest thing. Oh, hang on. What photo this would be? If we can get it right. Yeah, nice. Nice. Like a real spot. Is that Mavis or is that Diesel? I mean, it's a Class 08 that Hitch decided to call Mavis, so we kind of run with it. Mavis in Thomas the Tank Engine isn't actually one of those, I don't think. But, yeah, we move. Our shunter's diesel electric or diesel and gearbox. That one's diesel electric, I think. Yeah, I think though. Yeah. Some DMUs, the first generation DMUs were diesel and gearbox. Meantime, I can't see the 47, so it's probably vibing for a bit. And, well, let's leave Penzance Station for the moment. Go into town, get some breakfast. Rather nice breakfast cafe over the road from the station. Hello, Ryan Barker. Welcome in. You're just in time for the return journey that we're going to do. Explore on Team Tabble. So for the way back, I remember you driving one once and shifting gears. Yeah, that was the Class 101. This. Leyland 686 cylinder. Diesel mechanical multiple unit. There you go. So hang on. Let's just check here. Diesel electric. Yeah, there you go. So what we're going to do is basically go for a return run back up to St Austell from Penzance. This time, we're going to do it a bit differently, though. Now, I'm feeling either the 47 or the 37. I think what bugs me about the 37 is just that it's not in a prototypical passenger service kind of livery. Not to say they never were put, like, sometimes it was just whatever loco you wanted. I'm not so keen on the Class 40 because I don't remember them really being that common to this actual route in their service life. They are pretty cool, though. I'll give them that. So it's 37 or 47 or peak. The 45 is rather nice. Funnily enough, has the same horsepower as the 47, but the 47 is lighter. All have very similar tractive effort. 37 then, yeah. And look at that, by the way. The 40, as heavy as these locos, less horsepower, though. Basically just boss on rails. Yeah, exactly. 37 then. Okie doke. So, Strasbourg also has the only actual Thomas the Tank Engine in the States that's actually a steam loco. I've got a picture of it with a bag over its face and the shed door open. There was a kid who was like, "Mom, look, it's Thomas." I imagine it was followed up by, "Why does he have a bag over his head?" He's been taken hostage. Just somewhere the fat controller's like, "I have a very specific set of skills. Skills that will make me a nightmare for train operating companies like you. If you return Thomas unharmed, that'll be the end of it. But if you do not, I will find you. I will hunt you. I will find you. And I will brick you up in a tunnel." And I already did that to one of my own engines, so don't think that won't happen. Good luck. Why did it have a bag? I just wanted the bag, I guess. So, yeah, I think 37. You know me, I do love a good 37. Love me a good 37. So, this time, it's going to be around the same, I guess. A little bit windy. Tiniest bit of cloud, not much. This time, the difference is, it'll be the even Thomas practicing wearing a mask in the pandemic. Clearly what it is. Oh, do you know what I would love if it was represented? If the sleeper train was in this. Express service as far as St Austell. 1 hour, 4 minutes, 1 A50, Penzance to Paddington. It's a passenger train move. Can you do the mail run on this? Mail to Paddington. Oh, there you go, 10:15. Okay, it's during the day. I know on the Transpennine route, how long until we drive in snow on these streams? Around Christmas. I will definitely have a Christmas diesel gala, a Christmas winter gala themed stream where we just drive everything in the snow. We don't generally get snow in November. We do sometimes in December, but quite rarely. If we get snow, it's normally in January or February, or sometimes even March. The sad story of Henry is so messed up. If you're not going to go out in the rain, I will bury you alive. Good God, yeah. So, this time, we're going to go for an evening run, 1 hour and 4 minutes, departs Penzance at 21:45. Should we do this? I think we should. Let's go. Cane Creek. That's got to be Cane Creek. Okay, so unlock the doors. So we're back at Penzance many hours later. Here is our 37. So just got to set it up. Firstly by opening the window so we can hear all that lovely thrash. Turn the headlights on. There we go. We have, where's the master key? It's behind on. Forwards. Throttle, we don't need that. Brake, loco brake. Then there's Trevor the traction engine. I like children. Oh dear. Oh, look over there. So there's 2 sprinters. So platform 1's empty. There's a sprinter in platform 3. There's a sprinter in the bay platform 4. There's another sprinter just vibing in the siding over there with Mavis the 08, who presumably shunted this train for us here. And then there's us rumbling away in platform 2, ready to go. Ready and waiting for action. Well, we're about to get it. Lock the doors. Yes. Alright. Stop at location St. Earth. Okay, well, slight problem though. We've got a red signal. FBI knocking on the door of Trevor's shed. I've noticed something. UK cars are right-hand drive, but trains are driven from the left, but it's the other way around in the US. I believe, yeah, I think it's because, you know, the way we drive, our trains are on the left side like this. I think it's just because of the signals. Right, we've got a green signal. Okay, are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? I'm not sure if you are ready. Right, brakes off. Oh, oh, oh. That's on throttle setting 2, and it was wheel spinning. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Where we go. We are leaving Penzance. Moonlight dances on the ocean. On the ocean surface. Look at that. Okay. We're actually speeding the tiniest bit. How has health and safety not shut down the Fat Control's railway yard for all those crashes? Good question. He's probably got mates in the government. Scientists detect the Earth rotation slightly moved. Really did. Oh, there's a 101 there. Hiya. Some wagons up here. Which is normally what the 37 would be hauling. Hence why it's in the rail freight livery. It's got the clues in the name, really. Look at that, though. Come on, let me go 70. Let me go 70. Flash, flash. Must thrash. Past. Oh, look at that. Guys, do you see what I see? The speed limit's just gone up to 70. Are you guys ready? I don't think you are. To bring the noise. Oh. Oh. Actually, in this context, no wonder OBS is like, encoding overload, I can't take it. Oh, there's another 37 running light engine. Hiya. So I was too busy thrashing, I got distracted. There's sightings of Penland. Well, over there is the sea. And the moon somewhere. And over on the left, look at the plumes of cloud. Look at that. Oh. And steam enthusiasts were like, oh, diesels are boring. They don't produce all the clouds of steam and that steam locos do. Really, sir? Really? Keith? And just inhaling branches from the tracks, just eating them alive through the turbocharger. They're small birds. Past Penzance Long Rock we go. Anything in the yard? Anything interesting? Looks like the same wagons and rakes coach that we saw before. In fact, that looks like the mail train rake over there, because they're all full brake by the look of it. Which means there's not really much in the way of actual seats on them. Also, the US killed Thomas. That's quite the accusation to make. Sounds like something Boris Johnson would actually bring up to Joe Biden. And there's something we need to discuss here in diplomatic relations. Go on, then what do you want to talk about? You murdered Thomas the Tank Engine. What are you talking about, bud? It's a very serious diplomatic matter. Locomotives built by Alco were dubbed honorary steam locos because of how much smoke they spit out. Yeah. Similar energy here. Who is it who said about a Valenta HST on this route, by the way? Because I second that motion. Away from the coast we go. Everything about this is just lovely. Me, yeah, well, good idea. That was a good idea. I approve of this motion. Motion passed. Are you the Transport Minister, AJ? Yes, I am now. In this world, I am. And as Bob Ross said, you can make, in here, you can make your world whatever you want it to. Gordon went from being Pacific to being a prairie in the cartoon version. What cartoon version is... Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Ooh. That's a dramatic angle. Goes up to 10, this throttle. It doesn't quite go to 11. Instrument light dimmer. I want the instrument lights on. We've been through this. Headlights on, yep. Is it over? Aha! Cab light. Oh, we don't quite need that. Interior lights, instrument lights with... No! Yeah, I can't... Yeah. Hang on, quickly. Quickly. There you go. It's not worked. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's the newest edition of Thomas. It's worse than the CGI version. Oh, God, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It just looks hideous. All I heard about it was that some people were like, oh, well, of course there's an Indian train now and it's all woke and shit. And I'm like, bleh, whatever. Meantime, aboard our train. There's no hate, there's no bigotry here. No bigotry, no racism, just vibes. We're actually due for our first stop of the run at St. Earth in under a mile, so we should probably start doing a bit of a slowdown. Pew! The turbocharger just kind of wings off like that. Window down. So, you know, it gets a bit hot in here. We're at night in the middle of November. We are barely slowing down at all, so we should probably rectify that. Train, hello Paula. Lovely to see you in here. How you doing? Train's still not slowing down at all. Train really isn't slowing down at all. Oh God, no, that's it. Off. Throttle is off. Why are we still not slowing down? Okay, now we are. It's not going to be enough, is it? We are not stopping at this station, are we? Last few days was something. Oh, blimey. Got it. Emergency brake on. We're not going to be that far away, in fairness. Oh! We actually got away with that one. Now the only thing I'm nervous about is having to reset everything after an emergency brake. So we've got full service on the brake. So turn the reverser off and then put it back on. You have to do a bit of resetting normally. Yeah, I hope you're doing a bit better now, Paula. Hope things have eased. Stresses of the... I hope today is less something. Also, am I right in thinking it's Trans Awareness Week this week? Or like a International Trans Week of some kind? Some of the most epic steam loco action I've ever seen. Wheel spinning and spewing fire, hauling coal up a steep grade. Speaking of foreign trains, have you seen the video of the steam trains running mining routes in China? I haven't, but I can imagine they'd be pretty epic. 2 league races in a row. Oh, crikey. Well, on back-to-back nights. A lot of stress and a lot to prepare for, I guess. Doors. Lock the doors. Stop a location, Camborne. Let's get going, shall we? Has it reset things? No, the brake's still on. That would be why. Trans Awareness Week, but I didn't even notice it. That's, yeah. I know there's more than a few trans people who are just like, yeah, we don't want... We're just bored of like having one day where it was like, ooh, recognize trans people. What about the other 364 days of the year? No. People are aware of me every day. Valid. So they should be. Well, they got rid of Henry and Edward and put those 2 new female trains in when we already have good female trains in the series you could have. Yeah. So many times, like, reboots and that try and go for... It's the female Ghostbuster syndrome. Like, they go for something that's so blatantly obviously like a gimmick when you could just do it properly, make for a good reboot, and not, like, strong-arm it in so obviously. Like, I'm not saying appease the gammon, because they're just going to bitch about anything, but... Sorry, I've just been distracted by a very loud rumbling noise. I've just been completely distracted by a very loud rumbling sound. In fact, my tea is actually shaking on the desk. If I turned up the bass setting on this little subwoofer here for my, like, PC speakers, it would probably... I'm gonna... Oh, God damn it. Oh, I got distracted by bass. I got distracted by thrashing. Never mind. No last checkpoint. That'll be at St. Earth, I assume. I hope. Oh dear, oh dear. Look, I got distracted by the thrash. It happens, you know. Yes. Fortunately, we reloaded Camborne. Okay, good. Right, so... Firstly, I'm going to turn the bass down. There you go. Right. Let's try that again. And this time we pay attention to the fact that there is a red signal just up the line. There's the difference between representation and being patronising. Yes, exactly. You got it in one. There you go. There you go. Right, slow move away. This time we do not engage maximum thrash until that red signal goes away. Here, drink a cup of tea. Why is that? You're a crap train driver when you're not, when you don't have tea. Okay. Fair. So, 360 yards, 350. Some more carriage sidings here for St. Earth. Alright, let's just wait here then, because it ain't going green anytime soon, so... Is there a single track section before this? I just want people to know me and treat me like I try to treat others. Amen, isn't that what we all want? What we all should want from life. And that's what everyone deserves. Right, so now it's gone green. So this time... Did you hear about the new Monty Python Railway themed show? I did not, or I have not. There we go. Right. And then we give it a bit more throttle. And then we give it a lot. Oh, the thrash is real. You hear about the new Monty Python Railway theme show? It's called Spad-a-Lot. Go! Leave immediately. Being working class and bi, having to deal with the amount of hate we get online, really, yeah, no, valid hitch, and you don't deserve any of it, just for existing. I don't really need an awareness week for that, because I can bray about myself anytime. Yes, you can. As the world's fastest sim racing donkey, you can bray as loud as you want about it, and so you should. Everyone deserves to take up space and exist without bigotry and oppression and bell ends. So we're coming up on 45 miles an hour in a minute. Some farm simulator happening behind us over there. The simulator games are colliding. Imagine that. Had like an interconnected simulator game. So like you got to the end of a railway line in Train Sim World, get off the train, and then in Bus Simulator you'd be like, run this service to connect with the trains, with the railway service. Excuse me. It would basically be GTA Online, but for nerds, and with a billion less toxic microtransactions and things like that. Actually, I kind of prefer that, really. Nope. Let's ease back a bit. Oh, time for a sexy viaduct. We stand sexy viaducts in this house, as you know. As we know. Oh, new station here. This is, it's not Camborne. Is this Hale? Haley? Yes, it is. Anyway, hello the people of Hale. Bus Simulator has an American map, but doesn't have American buses to go. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Reminds me a bit of that crappy game on Steam that came out a few years ago. I think Total Biscuit did a video on it called, it was like Taxi Rider or something. He amusingly nicknamed it Sensible Taxi instead of Crazy Taxi. And it was supposed to be like a hardcore taxi simulator, but it was also like, had cartoony graphics and wonky physics and stuff, and every map had the same cars on it. So you'd start out in London, and every third civilian will be driving around in an American model Dodge Charger. And then you'd go to the New York map, and there'd still be black taxi cabs going around. You'd be like, what? 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 That's another simulator game that a lot of people have told me I should drive. The truck simulator games. Can we get an F for Total Biscuit? Yeah. Didn't always agree with some of his views. Ironically, on, well, we don't go into that. There was some ugly stuff he was associated with. But as a personality and a game reviewer, yeah. Anyway, so, more sexy viaducts. Being working class has taught me anything. Be grateful for what you have in this life. Amen. Amen, and never stop striving for better. Because you deserve the best. Four and a half miles to Camborne. In 2 miles, we'll be doing, well, we'll have to be doing 50 miles an hour, but at the moment we're not even doing that, so. To be honest, I don't care what speed we're doing. We're doing it aboard this monstrosity. This god of war. This god of noise. Everything about this is just beautiful. I'm having fish and chips for tea, so this girl is a happy one. Amen. Excellent. I don't know what I've got for tea, actually. Maybe a gluten-free pizza. Maybe. Maybe. I'm might just have some beans on toast or something. Depends if I'm actually feeling like hungry at the time. I'll eat something because I know I have to, but. I was just observing there. It's even better. It's takeaway. Oh, yeah, yeah. Takeout fish and chips, always the one. Whoops. You should download some 37 liveries for this or make your own. Well, given I have no idea, I cannot navigate my way around the livery editor at all, but that's not the game's fault, that's just me in general. I'm hopeless with most livery editors in games. Gran Turismo Sport has entered the chat. I could probably download some. Is there anything in the game to download them? Or is it like a third, you have to download them and then put them into the game's files that way? I got called on the subway over the summer and I wasn't even really presenting that way. First time I've had that directed to me and all I managed not to... Jesus. I'm very sorry to hear that. Sucks. I don't like people. I don't like people. Law of averages dictates there's some good ones. Third party. Oh, okay. I'll have to look into that. Meantime, more screenshots. My screen got... Maybe that's why it's so like crammed full of GPU now. It's just like the screenshots folder in the game files. It's just like full to bursting. Still 2.5 miles to Camborne. Here's one of those random platforms. People have gotten worse since the pandemic. Yeah, like I said this early on in the pandemic. It really feels to me like the pandemic was the real mask slip moment. Like it really showed who was actually good people and who really wasn't. Like any pretense was just abandoned. People were isolated for so long they forgot how to behave. Oh man, like even early on. They can be very hurtful. Absolutely they can. Absolutely. We need to make a McLaren livery. What for this? Well, it's grey, just lacking some West logos on it. All right, we've got red signal in 1.8 miles, but that's also where we're going to be stopping at Camborne. So, and remembering the brakes from last time, I'm going to start slowing down now. First application of brakes, why not? Start getting those brakes geared up to work. Red Bull HST. Oh, what, you mean like how every car in Forza Horizon 4 had... like, every single car in Forza Horizon had, like, a certain set of liveries for it. Every single car had at least a Red Bull livery made for it. Every single one had a Ken Block Hoonigan livery. Every single one had some sort of Weeb livery for it. Every single car. We're talking every single car. Like, you know, Reliant Robin. Yep, note that. Flipping PUP50. Yep, especially that. Every single transit had some meme companies. Yeah. Like your flipping Indonesian internet one. The BT van, exactly. Have you ever seen the Midland Pullman yet? The all blue HST? Yeah, well, I haven't seen it in real life, but I've seen plenty of pictures of it. It looks very interesting. Get along with turning into an anti-vaxxer, had type 2 diabetes and then caught COVID and died 2 weeks ago. So I've been seeing tribute posts from mutants and thinking, well, oh boy, yeah, that's pretty heavy. But, Weeb, police, Monster Energy, and Red. Yeah, exactly, there you go. That was like the unholy trinity of car liveries in Forza Horizon 4. Don't know if it's the case in 5. Spoiler alert, I won't find out yet. It'll be a while until I find out. But I'm sure not much changed. Like, there were some that were very common, but like even like the Neon Cat, that wasn't for every car. Oh, we're running down a little bit. Quick blast of thrash just to get us uphill to the station. And then no. had the Taylor Swift Ford F100 in Forza Horizon 4. I like it. I like it. The meta in Horizon 5 already is Border Patrol. Is that a rate? Is that a Donald Trump joke? Really? Really? Is that what it is? Anyway. Christ. Another reason I'm not playing it. Yeah, no, I know it's not the fault of the... Whatever. Anyway. I want to see a monster F1 team just to see them pull off lime green wheel. You know what? That would be sick. Been bullied by 12-year-olds on TikTok all because I like a certain anime character. They said I should not be simping. I hate that term. I have low-key banned that term in my chat. I hate it. Because I knew right from the get-go, as soon as I found out what the definition was, I was like, I know exactly where that's come from. I know exactly who defined that. And I know exactly what kind of derogatory term. Like, it's not an innocent term, you know what I mean? It was loaded right from the get-go. No, it's okay. We're just saying the example. I was just saying, like, I don't use that term. I don't really like anyone else using that term around here. So, wait until we get crypto sites on the hood of NASCAR teams, then I'll know it's over. You ain't far away. Pretty much any day now. What was that I read about earlier that was something was going to be sponsored by crypto or something? Ah. Alright, so because the Staples Center, that's it. Yeah, the LA Lakers are going to be playing at the Trade Crypto on eToro.com arena, or some bollocks. Can't wait for tickets to Lakers home games to become NFTs. I like how NFTs, it's just like, most people are like, I don't even know what they are, but I just know they're bullshit. Yeah, that's cringe. It really is. Come on. 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 There you go. Right. We are running a few minutes down now. In Formula D, there's a Corvette. Ooh. NFTs trying to give a solution where no problem existed and end up creating many problems of their own. Yes. Is that not the capitalism way? Sponsored by Wish.com. Wait, there's a Corvette running in Formula D, sponsored by Wish.com. By Nerd Pros is maximum cringe. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. There is one channel I kind of follow a little bit called CoffeeZilla. I actually stumbled onto his channel after looking up a podcaster who I used to follow off and on, who's just gone full on like whack job conspiracy theorist, crowdfunder, but just take all your money. He actually tried to run for the mayor of London recently and got beat by a YouTuber. So that kind of says, you know, there was already a good way to support artists, adoptables. Yes, exactly. Funnily enough, the first band I ever heard were going to do NFTs for merch were Kings of Leon, and I was like, well, why does that not surprise me? You have not been relevant since 2007, lads, so, you know. Did anyone see the bootleg RuPaul ornament on Wish? It's about as good as the statue of Ronaldo that went flying. No way. This train is sponsored by... It better not bloody be. That's the position of a cryptocurrency retiree. Yeah. I've never even paid attention to it. I've never been interested in trading. I've never been interested in stocks and shares. Never been interested in that. I'm not a businessman. I'm not an executive. I'm not a trader or whatever. Plus, why the hell would I want to get involved in trading a fake currency, question mark, but apparently there's billions of them now, which, you know, you could be trading the wrong one, while everyone is harvesting graphics cards to harvest Bitcoin for some reason, which is not only causing a universal shortage of graphics cards and everything being overpriced, but also causing more pollution and using more energy than flipping low-cost flights. It's actually doing more environmental damage and affecting climate change more than most traditional sources of pollution. Well done. Well done, all to mine your fake money that's not money. Yeah. Absolutely seen it. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Late Stage Capitalism, the movie. We're now inventing fake currencies to trade and be all capitalist about, while also massively polluting and destroying the planet in the process and jacking up the prices of other things. So there you go. When 2020 came, the market was just so volatile and everyone just kept stoking FOMO, yeah. Crypto's not backed by literally anything. Yeah, like... Yeah, okay. I think there's one country in the world that officially has cryptocurrency as... accepts it as a currency. I want to say it's like Mongolia, Madagascar, something like that. Stocks are backed by the assets of a company. Money is backed by the nations that issues it. There you go. I love how the zealots tout its decentralized nature and how it frees us from the big banking cartels, only to find out it's now being controlled by the... Oh my god, you absolute morons. Venezuela. Yeah, there you go. Nope. Meantime. VHBT. 2.8 miles to Redruth. But yes, TLDR, cryptocurrency is stupid. NFTs are stupid. Bigotry is horrible and stupid. So, let's move on. We are on the good vibes train here. Rumbling away. Late stage capitalism when a reality TV host was elected president. Yeah, the rules of engagement kind of just went home after that. Like, nah, you know what, I'm out of here. But yes. Crypto's stupid, NFTs are stupid, Donald Trump is hateful and stupid, bigots are even more hateful and even more stupid. Let us move on. 24th of April 2022, British touring cars round 1, 2, 3. Let's go, indeed. Is it back at Brands as normal? Resi with the, and one more thing, I'll allow it, this better be the last thing. Remember the blockchain craze from many years back when companies changed their names to some sort of blockchain? I don't remember that. What was that? Was that before Volkswagen were like, before Volkswagen, there was Blockswagen. No. It would be a good time for aliens to enslave. But in the meantime, let us move on. We're aboard a train, trundling through Cornwall, and it's nice vibes. So, yeah. Next stop is in 1.6 miles. 1.2 miles, 40 miles an hour, so we should start slowing down now anyway. First application, it's Redruth. Speaking of the good vibes train, Amtrak has replaced their entire fleet thanks to the new transportation bill that was signed yesterday. Oh, really? There's a bowl of packing peanuts. Right, that's it. After Mike's best, that's it. No more. No, actually, it's to start donning. Oh, is it? Okay, so when's the first Brands Hatch round? 40 miles an hour, lovely. We'll coast in. Nice and easy. I made up some decent time on this run, actually. Rumbling and trundling along. We're also getting 2 new train tunnels under the Hudson River. Very nice. I can dig that. On May 14th, 15th, 2020. Okay, so it's in May. Hang on, the British Touring Cars doesn't start till late April next year. Is that a holdover from the pandemic kind of calendar? I feel like it might be. Do. Yeah, we've made up a decent bit of time in this stretch. Coming through here. We're basically looking at Redruth being around the next corner. So, up there. based on the Austrian Railjet. Interesting. Is this because Siemens are building... Is it Siemens? Are building more trains for the US market. Because they did that one, the one that's in the New York route from Trains in World 1. All right, here we go. Here comes the stop. Here comes the stop. Here we go. Here we go. Hand off the brake a little bit. Release it. We're going to stop early again, aren't we? We're going to stop early again. Yep. Yep. Sonabear is out here. I don't even... There was no context to your first... There wasn't even any context to your first message. You just bundled in here like, hey, I'm Sona and I'm fit. Oh, I've been blocked already. Siemens, right, okay. Right, yeah. Yeah, okay. You pushed that one, but, you know, it came out in the end. See? See? You know, just walk in here and get to steal the filth from around here. Anytime. Stop on the mark properly this time, shall we? There you go. Spot on. Hey, you know what? We're not doing too badly in terms of time. We actually made up some time. Also, hello, Shona Bear. How are you doing? Lovely to see you in here. Known breakfast streamer. Well, not breakfast streamer, like morning streamer. Person who just sort of vibes in. I was just laying in bed yesterday. I was just knackered. So I woke up at like 8 in the morning, and then in my recommended feed, it was like, Shona Bear, morning stream, doing things. And I dropped in and was like, oh, hi, you have a really cool overlay. I'll take my... Yes. Yeah, I feel like Shona's presence in the chat will also... People often have me in their bed in the... Well, you do have a redeem in your channel called Dulcet Tones. Why do I feel like Shona Bear, like every other message you're going to send in here, is going to get the wrath of the horny truncheon? The comedy inflatable horny truncheon. I've had painkillers, I've just been giggling to myself for a while. Valid. Valid. I was just watching earlier, because I watched this vlogger called Steven Vlog. And he's been vlogging, he's a daily vlogger, and he's been vlogging basically every day of his life for like past over 10 years or so. And I've watched some of his older, because his wife has just gone in for major endometriosis surgery. Really, really major stuff. And funnily enough, I just found... That's his name is Vlog, and he vlogs. I know, right? So your surname's Vlog, and you're a vlogger. It's almost like you were born to do this. I should get endo surgery now. I'm getting a divorce. Oh, blimey. Sorry to bring that up. Very sorry if I brought up some bad vibes there. But, yeah, his this vlogger's wife, I mean, they're on the channel all the time. She's lovely. She's called Mallory. And she's very nice. They've been married for over 10 years now, I believe, as well. So, yeah, she's just had major endo surgery. Trigger warning, by the way, if any of this is, like, traumatizing or medical stuff is, like, for you. Totally understand that. Sorry, I've been distracted by rumbling again. Hello, Olivia Jin Production. I hope I pronounced that right. Feel free to correct me. Welcome in. How are you doing? But yeah, this vlogger I follow, him and his wife. His wife has just gone through fairly major endo surgery. Yeah, I pronounced that right actually. Yes. Score. Did it. Yeah, so and they explained in their like post-surgery vlog she was out of surgery like 2 days, I think, because they kept it quiet, and I had wondered about this, but they've been married a long time. Innuendo surgery. Oh God, I can never have that. Gonna head off and order my fish and chips. See you later, Hitch. Lovely to have you. Does that mean you just got off at Redruth? Hitch just hopped off the train at Redruth to go get some fish and chips. Probably a good chippy in the town. Food. Yeah. But yeah, they explained in the post-surgery vlog, like, they didn't mention, Can someone bonk Mike again with the innuendo truncheon, with the horny truncheon? Stop being. I'm trying to. I've got ADHD, all right. I keep forgetting where my conversation's going. Anyway, yes, they were doing this major the vlog after the major endo surgery, and they kept this quiet. They'd never really mentioned this on the channel before about whether they were going to have kids or anything, or be parents. But they did explain in the post-surgery vlog that she had to have a hysterectomy, which I've had, like, my mum had a hysterectomy 6 years ago. She had a really bad issue with a fibroid growth. And it was so frustrating because it was left untreated because doctors were like, nah, you're fine, just take the painkillers, you'll be good. Take this antibiotic, it'll shrink, you're good. 6 months later, I'm literally having to call an ambulance for her. Mr. Autistic gets severe phone anxiety. That was fun. Calling an ambulance on your mum who's having a panic attack, she's in so much pain. So she got rushed to the hospital, discharged, and then went back to the hospital like a day later, like, no, can we stop, can we do something about this? They finally actually operated, she finally had surgery on this fibroid growth, which by that time had grown to the size of a large baby. Nice, good, yeah, good, very good. But yeah, she had a hysterectomy then, and I remember it was really funny. She was explaining how, like, the doctors were like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you don't want to have any more children? Are you good? And my mum was like, my son's 25. I decided about 5 minutes after I gave birth to him 25 years ago, I was never going to have any more kids. Do what you need to do. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Oh, hello, Melon. Another first-time chatter. How you doing? Little babu. Oh, well, this was 6 years ago. Thank you for the follow, Melon. Says the now nearly 30-year-old. Oops. Oh, thanks. Okay. No, we'll go back to the previous one then. Thank you for the follow, Olivia June Production. So I'm just going to keep an eye on what's going on the screen. Oh, we need to slow down a tiny bit. It said just like mellow. Oh, is it? I take pronunciations very literally in terms of how they're spelled, so I'm like melon. Melon? Melon. There you go. Fine. But yeah, in this post-surgery vlog for these vloggers were like, they were saying how, like, they had settled a while back on never being parents or having kids. They were just sort of happy in that decision. They were like, we're cool with the life we lead. We like the freedom. We like having cats. They had a pair of pet cats. One of them, Sagan, passed away last year, which is very sad. The other one, Kepler, is still around and very adorable. They're both very adorable. So, and they said, like, they knew that this endometriosis, which had spread even further than they could have thought possible, like, it was really badly affecting us. Mel was in so much pain. They were like, look, a hysterectomy is a very kind of likely thing to happen, and if it does, do it. We don't mind. Because obviously they have to go like, are you absolutely sure? Yeah, we're good. They said they kind of decided on it about 5 years ago. They were like, we're not having kids, we're good. And especially if it meant that her endometriosis would be gone. They just wanted one massive surgery, get it done, and hopefully the endo never comes back. And if a hysterectomy helps that, which it really did, then great. So there you go. Right, the original point of all of that was that they've been doing those vlogs recently, and a few years ago there was a separate set of vlogs where Stephen had to go into hospital, had to have an emergency operation to remove his appendix because he had a very severe case of appendicitis. Like, just in the vlog, he's just having a normal day, and then it cuts to him in the car, like Mal's driving him to the hospital, and he's like sweating and he's almost like crying in pain, and it's like, whoa, that was a tonal shift. And then by the end of the vlog, he's in the hospital, he's getting ready for the op, and then the next day, this is what I was getting to, the next day he comes out of the theatre from the surgery, and most of the vlog is him like really like high on the anesthetics and stuff, like half asleep, just mumbling on, just talking absolute bollocks. Like, there was one point he went, I don't even remember the surgery because I wasn't there. It was like, Mal was just like, I think you were. I do love the Class 37, though. I'm more used to the trains here. Where are you from, then? One of those trains. One of those. why I went to the hospital last week. I was freaking out with extreme chest pains, which turns out was dehydration. Blimey. Hope you're doing better now, Mike. Really hope so. The mayor's made me urinate more than average on top of... So I basically pissed out all my fluids, then went to bed. 0 out of 10, wouldn't recommend. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Canada. I see ES44s and AC44s. Oh, that's cool. Well, welcome in. In one chat, we have viewers from England, America, and Canada. And earlier we had someone, well, Rezi's here from Indonesia. I love telling people, especially like in my Discord server, the amount of like international folks we have in here. Meantime, we're about to hit 60 miles an hour, the speed limit prevailing. Oh, Britain! Are you from Mr. Worldwide? You actually Pitbull out here. Jason from Poland, yes, hence the username Jason Poland. Surprise, surprise, the man called Jason Poland is from Poland, and he's called Jason. Jason! Please don't mention that in here. Please. Please. No. This is the good vibes train. It's supposed to be relaxing and pleasant. Also, Melon, where are you from? You don't have to answer that. I'm just curious, given that we're on the subject right now. And I'd much rather actually talk about... Or Nottinghamshire. Hey! Okie doke. Going down a bit of a downhill gradient here, so... Ease it back. Ease it back. Backing up. Backing up. Still got green signals. Have we got anyone from Western Canada except me? I'm from Vancouver. Ooh! I do have a very close friend who sometimes pops in. She's a very close friend of mine, IRL, because she used to live in London for a bit, and we became very good friends. She lives kind of central Canada, Manitoba, the Winnipeg, sort of that area. And I know, like, before, like, I've been on streams with someone from, like, Toronto, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I've got a Canadian friend. They live in Manitoba, and they're like, yeah, that's nowhere near us. I'm like, look, I know Britain's small, all right? Like, my best friend went to Australia a few years back, and he was like, he could not get on board with how different, like, perceptions of distance are over there. Like, somewhere just moving around the corner is like a 10-hour drive up the coast. He's like, no, that's not just round the corner. Yeah, it is. It's fine. Soon I'm going to be moving to Kindersley, SK. What's SK? South... I'm crap with this. I'm not even going to try and guess. And isn't someone in our Discord from Amsterdam? Yes! Yeah, Marlies. Yes. Oh my god, I'm going to have to take a tilt at this. Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. I'm going to go with that. That's my final answer. I'm locking it in. Ding, ding, ding. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music plays. Do I like football? Hang on a sec, I'll show you. I like football in a kind of unique way. I'm very nerdy. Not my favourite. What's that? My favourite pronunciation of it? Did I butcher it quite badly? I'm very sorry if I did. No, I'm very sorry. We've got to ease it down to 30 miles an hour. Except we're in a tunnel. I've lost the brake lever. I've lost the... There it is. Talking about the football question. Oh, okay. Well, hang on. In your case, are we talking... It's happened again. I didn't mean to break that much. I'm being very cautious on this run. Yeah, when we actually stop in Truro, I will show you the kind of football I'm into. I was playing FIFA yesterday. I got 2 De Bruyne's from packs. Good for you. I really, even if I did play FIFA, I really wouldn't be interested in the kind of packs cult. Just I've heard too many toxic stories about microtransactions and stuff like that in that game. Just wouldn't really be my vibe. Our trains don't stop that quick. Well, normally this one doesn't either. Just been very cautious with the brakes. And Olivia Jin, what football do you think are you talking about? Soccer or, well, American football. Shows. If I got FIFA, I'd just lead my club to the Champions League. Amen. What club's yours? Am I thinking? Because I got confused. Bundesliga, not Bundesliga. Champions League doesn't include Canadian clubs, and then I remembered you're part German. Hansa Rostock. Okay, cool. That's neat. I love stuff like that. Mainly American football. All our TV comes from the US. Yeah, fair. I'm a Nottingham Forest fan. Oh, nice. There's someone in my Discord. He's Scottish, and his main club is Rangers, but his adopted English club is Forest, I believe. I've been watching quite a bit of American football. I've just been watching the NFL, like mostly as a casual neutral, like an interested observer. I just find it kind of intriguing. Plus, we played a game called Legend Bowl on the stream recently, which was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. Whoops, didn't mean to put it into emergency for a moment. Oh yeah, spot on. Lovely. Right, while we unlock the doors. This might be a bit of a giveaway as to what football team I support. This is Hayden the Womble, the mascot of one AFC Wimbledon. Yes, I am a Womble. I am a Don. Stand over here, just because for the longest time, like I didn't grow up in a hardcore football family. My parents have football teams that they support. Half my family are Palace fans. South London, innit? My dad is a Wolves fan, which is weird because he doesn't have any roots in West Midlands at all. But I think a parent of his was a big fan, so I kind of passed it down to him. And then I was like, well, I don't really feel any connection to a Premier League club on a supporting level, you know. I just don't feel anything for them. So I kind of looked down the football tiers for more South London clubs, but lower down, that were kind of smaller, more sort of, I felt relatable, I could relate to in a way. And AFC Wimbledon showed up, and I found out about the amazing story, you know, about them always being the perennial underdogs of English football, and, you know, winning the FA Cup against the, you know, the amazing, at the time, all-conquering Liverpool team. It'd be like someone from the Championship, or, well, it would be like Norwich beating Manchester City in the FA Cup final this season, for context. And that was amazing. And then there was the whole horrible story about how some rich bellends decided, oh, you know what? Best thing to do for this club in Wimbledon, how to make it make money, is to move it 60 miles away to Milton Keynes. Right, well, why are we doing that? Because there's a nice big stadium there. Everyone will go and follow them there. No, they won't. No, they won't. Besides, what is there in Milton Keynes? Let me check my notes. Shopping centre and some roundabouts. Right, okay. You haven't thought this through, have you? Now, it'd be fine. Several brown envelopes later, the FA approved of it, and the backlash was so vicious, it's never happened again. Because I know it happens more often in American sport, with like franchising and stuff. There's still a backlash to it. Like, people are still stinging over like the Seattle Supersonics going away in the NBA, rightfully so. But over here, it is absolutely unheard of. Where a football club is like, it's the town. It's your community. It's your club. You support your home team, you know? You don't just adopt who you want. I mean, many people do, but it's bigger than that, you know? It's a community deal. You don't just take a team and move them somewhere else expecting everyone to follow them. Like, that's just not how it works. And I will always tell the great story. I was lucky one time there was a convention because Wimbledon are part sponsored. They're fan owned, obviously. So that sort of shit with an owner will never happen again. So fan owned, but a majority sponsor is, well, not a majority sponsor, but a fairly big sponsor, and a guy who's involved with the club. Is John Green, the famous author, Vlogbrothers, you know, all that. So he and Nerdfighteria are big supporters of the club. I believe he has a stand named after him. Well, he did at our old stadium, Kingsmeadow. I don't know if he has at the new Plough Lane. So, yeah, where was I going with all that? Yes, a few years ago we did a nerd fighter convention at the Wimbledon ground, at the Wimbledon, in the like function room at the Wimbledon Stadium. And the chairman of the club and the original guy who founded the new AFC Wimbledon, Ivor Heller, short little South London lad. It was great, brilliant. He was a lifelong fan of the original Wimbledon, and what he did a week before it was voted to move the original Wimbledon to Milton Keynes, he was sat with a mate of his in the pub, and he went, "Do you know what we should do? We should start a new club." And his mate was like, "Well, firstly, they haven't voted to move the old one yet, and secondly, what clue do we have about running a football club?" And he was like, "One, I have a horrible feeling it will happen, and two, how hard can it be?" Basically. And then a week later, the vote was announced, we're moving the old Wimbledon, and Ivor just looked at his mate in the pub over a pint and went, "Right, we're doing it? Yep, let's go." And they did that. They had tryouts for the first official team on Wimbledon Common. So literally just, if you had a pair of football boots, just turn up and try out and you could be signed to the first official team for their first season in competitive football. And because the FA, how did they put it, didn't think it was in the wider interests of football to give them a spot in the actual Football League, which is the first 4 tiers of professional football in England, they were placed right at the very bottom of the football pyramid in England. About 9 tiers below the Premier League, maybe further than that. And they rose up through the ranks. By 2011, they were into League 2. That's where I picked them up. And then by 2014, I found out about Nerdfighteria, thanks to an ex-girlfriend seeing my Wimbledon card, being like, "Oh, you support John Green's team?" And I'm like, "Who's John Green?" "Oh, he's a guy who plays as Wimbledon on FIFA." And I'm like, "What, he's a FIFA YouTuber? What, like KSI?" That's how little I knew at the time. So I eventually found out, and I found the London chapter, if you will, of Nerdfighteria. And then in 2016, we made the League 2 playoffs to go from promotion for League 1. And I was like, I am not missing this for the world. So I went along with a bunch of people I'd never met from Nerdfighteria, came out of the day with one of the best experiences of my life, a bunch of new best friends, and Wimbledon promoted to League 1. We won 2-0 at Wembley. Hell yeah. And we've been in League 1 ever since. Touch wood. It's been closed at times. I found them through John Green. Yeah, a lot of people do. It's just wild how, like, it was just the other way around for me. It was weird. You'd think, as being a massive nerd, I would have found them through Nerdfighteria, but that's just how it was. But yeah, they're my team for life now. I may be adopting a non-league second team, if you will, which are just up the road. Like, literally, they're like 20 minutes away on the train from me. Dulwich Hamlets, who are a very cool little non-league team. Imagine not being in the Championship or the Premier. And we were for a long time. Hamlet, what? Oh, you've heard of Dulwich Hamlet? Nice. I can appreciate football being a community sporting-oriented engagement in Europe. Yeah, I guess from the German perspective, because I know in German football that is really a serious part of it. Like, I know before, like, even in the Bundesliga, in the top level, like, Bundesliga teams have, like, staged mass protest if away tickets go above, like, 20 quid. Whereas they're already, like, 80 to 100 quid in the UK, you know? We can't even take the train here now, nor can we take the highways due to heavy storms. Oh, yikes. That's not fun. That's what happens here in the States. What's that? Moving teams. Can I get a link to your Discord, by the way? Olivia Jin, my Discord is just for Twitch subscribers or patrons. That's it. No disrespect or anything. I just did that a while ago to make sure, because I basically don't want to be overwhelmed by just loads of people joining all at once. My autism would really kind of go into overdrive at that point. Go via location 0.6 miles, red signaling 1.3 miles. Okay, so yeah, no disrespect. That's just how things are. You can subscribe on Twitch if you want, or become a patron. That's no pressure otherwise. Absolutely fine. But like my patron is basically run on that kind of policy of, I'm not going to gate any content behind paywalls. You can give me a little bit of money to support if you want, but can you give me double my bank balance? Let me just phone up my mate who has a plot of money trees. Right, objective. Aha, there we go. Right, so we got a green signal. Lovely. The supporters group I'm part of still calls Red Bull New York the Metros after their original name, Metro Stars. Nice. I like touches like that. Football must remain affordable and the people will come. Amen. Amen. It was really telling seeing all the fuss kick up about the plans to do the Super League last season. Woof. Woof. I have never seen Premier League fans, like club fans, just like snap out of it. Like, it's like, you know, some people were like, huh. So would have been nice to see that kind of response around racism in football, you know. But, I mean, it woke a lot of people up, I think, to the fact that, you know, if you're a supporter of those clubs, I mean, they don't give a toss. They could give a less of a toss about you, you know. They actively don't want you as fans, you know what I mean? So a lot of people, I think, have come to a conclusion of, like, even if they are still fans of those big clubs, they kind of adopt a smaller team as well. Red Bull, hey! It's too obvious, surely that's it. My bank balance is 0.01. Mood, yeah. Red Bull can do anything else, just not football. What's that? In that they shouldn't do anything else, or that's the only thing they can't do? I'd also argue they can't do a NASCAR team. They kind of tried that. It didn't go so well. Meantime, back over here on our train, which has proven a very cathartic train ride. I love the fact that this return leg has ended up being more sort of cathartic and more sort of a bit of deeper chat. It feels like we're on an evening run back to London. Maybe we've had some beers in Penzance during the day. We've had some drinks. No football for Red Bull, because I'm not a fan of Leipzig. Oh, yes. Screw RB Leipzig. Yep. I don't know a huge amount about German football, except that Bayern are like kings of everything. Borussia Dortmund, I really want them to actually be... I had a Dortmund scarf for a while. I thought they were pretty cool. This was like early 2010s when they were actually like on a par with Bayern for a while. And in recent years, I have adopted a Bundesliga team that I follow off and on, Union Berlin. And there's also in the second tier of the Bundesliga, you've got FC St. Pauli, which are like the sort of punk rock, left-leaning, left-wing football club, which is great. Eisenunion, there you go. Yeah, basically I was like, which clubs have some of the best fan atmospheres and the most like progressive and nice, like, if I was actually to go to one of their games in Germany, which one would I feel the most at home at? And almost all the responses were like, Union Berlin. That's your one. That's the one. And St. Pauli I've got a soft spot for, and the rivalry with Hansa just does not make sense with me. Was that Hansa Rostock? Is that what you were saying? Is it just like a geographical one? Or, I mean, I know there's some weird rivalries in football over here. It's like Crystal Palace and Brighton. You're like, the half of my family that likes Crystal Palace, don't you dare mention Brighton and Hove Albion to them. Don't, you know? And I don't know why. It's not a geographical thing, which most of them are. You know, you've got the Manchester derby, various London derbies. You know, you've got all the clubs in London and that. The Black Country derbies, like Aston Villa, Wolves and stuff like that. But Crystal Palace and Brighton, I think it was just a historical beef between fans that like... My club is Hansa, and it's only a rivalry because the fans beat each other up once in the night. Yeah, so it's like one of those one-off incidents. I think the Palace and Brighton rivalry is very similar. I once deposited exact change to make my bank account $420.69. I saved that receipt. Mike, that's so immature, I have to respect it. We have no other choice. Also, just a heads up, we've got 6.3 miles to go, 6.2 miles to go on our current journey. Hope you have enjoyed a pleasant journey aboard our train tonight. Well, if you were on our train earlier, I prefer rivalries of Magdeburg, Dresden, because we've got beef with them since the GDR. Am I being silly? Mind if I ask a silly question what the GDR days are? It's funny as well, though, like with German football, like even back in the day, just watching the Champions League on ITV, man, remember those days? I never felt any allegiance. Oh, German Democratic. Right, okay, yep. Cool, with you now. And, like, I remember back in the day watching Champions League on ITV, and I never felt any allegiance to the English clubs even back then. I just couldn't care less. The one I was always drawn to, on a purely, like, neutral level, obviously geographically it wasn't really... Why would it mean anything to me? But just in terms of football teams that I liked and wanted to root for, I always went with Bayern because they were the most visible German team. And I'm like, oh, they're kind of cool. You know, they were just kind of what's James? The women's team I support just went through a big rebound. It was greatly supported by supporters. Oh, is that yeah, New York, New Jersey, Gotham? Oh yes. You know what? I recently had a space. I was like, if I follow the National Women's Soccer League more, which I try to, I've been following women's football a lot more over here as well. Yeah, I was like, if I were to adopt a National Women's Soccer League team, I just like the name. The name is badass, and they're the most like East Coast teams. They're closest to, you know. I almost feel like the East Coast, like the UK, is almost like an extra eastern state of the US. You know, Eastern Conference. You know, all that vibe. I saw an East German car yesterday. I saw a Trabant. Oh, you know what? Funny story. Okay, so a few weeks ago. A couple of weekends ago now, I was at the British Truck Racing Championship at Brands Hatch, big season finale, big sort of blowout event. It was really cool. So you had the big trucks, as in like articulated lorry type trucks, pickup trucks, smaller, legends, which are great fun, all sorts of stuff racing. And there was a sort of all-comers series where you had all sorts of stuff in the same race, including things like, sorry, I've been distracted by rumbling again. That tends to happen. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, there was like all sorts of this race. There was like a V8, there was like an Aston Martin V8 Vantage from the 70s. There was escorts, there was, you know, there was all sorts of stuff in there, like V8 escorts, everything from like small hot hatches up to like V8 saloons, you know, V8 sedans and things like that. And at the back of the field, only on the Saturday, they didn't show out for the Sunday, which I was very sad, there were 3 Trabants. One of them being driven by former motorbike racer and now professional mechanic and northern man, Guy Martin. Yes, the Guy Martin. Him and 2 other guys were out there at Brands Hatch on Saturday in this all-comers race, driving 3 Trabants. Do you want to know how slow, fast they were? The race started, we were stood at Paddock Hill Bend, all came down the hill through Paddock Hill Bend, which is turn 1. About 10 seconds after the field came through, this is the first lap by the way, the race has just started. About 10 seconds after the last car came through that corner, the 3 Trabants came round. I don't think they could do any more than 40 miles an hour in a straight line. When they got lapped within a lap and a half, the closing speed almost looked dangerous. Like the leaders were like, whoa, like weaving between these 3 cars. I do suspect that they weren't, they were told quietly. The reason why they didn't show out on Sunday was it was just someone in race control was like, look, this actually could be dangerous. Do you mind just not doing Sunday? But it was brilliant. Me and the guys I was with for that weekend, we adopted them as like the Soviet touring car team. For the glory of communist Russia, the British Touring Communism Championship came alive. Trabants are really cool little cars actually. I wouldn't mind owning one to drive to the local grocery store. We have Red Bull New York and New York City FC in the MLS, which are both attached to European clubs, and then the Gotham SC and NWSL, which is the only one with a true local anchor. Nice. One of my good New York friends sports the Cosmos still. Really? Oh, so yeah, we've got a yellow signal coming up. 2.1 miles until the finish line is at Allsall. We're a few minutes down, but no one cares. It's just this has been the vibes train, you know. I got everything dead on for the journey down to Penzance. We've had a lovely day by the seaside, and now we're on our way back. And everyone's just having some drinks on the train, having a nice time, having a chat about football and stuff. Football and everything that kind of takes our fancy, really. I'm just going to be a little bit careful, just because there's a yellow signal coming up. If the next one's a red, we're going to have to jump on the anchors pretty quick. Oh, the Cosmos are basically defined. Oh, that's a shame. Awesome name. They're basically powered by a repurposed lawnmower engine. I respect it. Yellow. Red in 1.6 miles. Right, that's past St. Austell. Okay, that's good. Yep, good. Have you seen the other East German car, the Wartburg? You know what? Right, funny story. I'm also going to have to pay attention here because we're slowing for the final stop on our journey. But just before we do, some more sexy viaduct action. Just look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Lovely. Anyway. Yeah, this morning, I found myself going down a YouTube rabbit hole, looking up videos by my favourite band around, and band that I saw well, this time last week, I would have been queuing up outside the Brixton Academy in London to see them for the first time, and it was one of the greatest nights of my life. Public Service Broadcasting, who, amongst other things, did an amazing album called The Race for Space, which is all about the 50s and 60s space race. Starts off with a couple of, well, the first main song on the album is Sputnik, obviously about the first artificial satellite into space. Then the next song is Gagarin, which is basically an up-tempo like superhero theme for Yuri Gagarin, the first astronaut, into the first man in space. So I found myself going down a YouTube rabbit hole where I found a video of the main guy behind Public Service Broadcasting, Jay Wilgoose Esquire, in his fabulous like tweed shirt, tweed jacket and stuff, being taken around the Royal Society and checking out all these different like. Make sure we are not slowing down at all, are we? We need more brakes. More brakes, more brakes. It's just not stopping. Please stop. Please. Oh, it's gonna. It's gonna. It's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. It's gonna come up short again. Oh, whoops. It's the delayed reaction of the brakes, I think. I just get paranoid. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna stop. Stops way too early. Whoops. And this, folks, is why we're running about 5 minutes down. But yeah, so through all of that, I found this video of the Public Service Broadcasting guy being taken around the Royal Society and like the archives and that, with all stuff relating to the space race. And they had some pictures from when Yuri Gagarin visited the Royal Society. This was only a few months after he was in space. So he was just on like this press tour of like, yeah, he's like the greatest man in the world right now, as he kind of would be. So, come on, stop there, stop there. Come on. Oh, right on the nose. Only took us 2 attempts, but there we go. So, unlock the doors and take a picture while we're here. And in one of the pictures, it showed Gagarin's car, like, pulling up outside the building for it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I swear that car looks familiar. I thought it was a Gaz Chaika, which I remember from that segment from Top Gear where they investigated communist cars. And they had like the Lada Niva, Lada Riva and things like that, which was actually a Vaz 2105. They had, and one of them was the Wartburg. Which, was that not, no, that's not the one that was made of leather, was it? That Jeremy Clarkson described as looking like a caravan crashed into a cow or something. Oh, hello, we've got another train coming in. Hey, the evening sprinter, whoops, has also just headbutted our drone camera. Quite rude, really. But, yeah, so I remember the Gaz Chaika, which is like this big sort of executive car used by like the KGB and politicians and stuff. It turns out the car in the photo with Gagarin in was not that, but it was a very similar type of car. It was the ZIL 111. And meantime, we finished our journey. No medal for that, though. None at all. Mainly because we were 3 minutes down, and there was no stop accuracy for any of them. Okay. Apparently there's just no medal for that one. Never mind. Trabant is made out of cotton soaked in red. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it, yeah. Return to free roam. Why not? What now? Can I get out? Can I get out now? I think I will. Yeah, there we go. I'm out now. So, yeah, we found out it was ZIL 111, which is like another big executive saloon for the early 60s Soviet Union. And I actually went back and re-watched the Top Gear communist car segment, including the Trabant, the Wartburg, the FSO Polonaise pickup. Basically, me and a few friends, and especially those in the Discord, for the longest time have wanted a Soviet racing team. Like, this was related to the Trabants. The Trabants would have been our British Touring Communism Championship. There was also a conversation I remember having with guys in the Motorsport 101 Discord when we were watching the Monte Carlo Rally, where we found a Wikipedia page which listed all of the cars formerly homologated for Group B rally racing. And there's some amazing ones on there, including the FSO Polonaise. There was the Lada 2104, I think. There were some outright communist cars homologated for rally racing. Here's some knowledge for you that both the Chaika and the ZIL use a V8 that's a reverse-engineered Chrysler Golden Commando V8 from the 50s. Is that why it produces about 3 horsepower then? Or is that just because Russian fuel at the time had like leaves in it? It was just mulched up twigs. But anyway, here's the thing. Oh, it's leaving. Hang on. See you later. Right, let's wave the train off. The onwards journey to London continues. Well, not in the game because they haven't modelled any further out. As soon as it goes around the corner, it will just disappear. Oh. And there it goes. There you go. Lovely. Oh, the sprinter's left. Never mind. So, that'll bring to an end Tea and Trains. Tea and Trains episode 1 of how many of these I do. By the way, meant to acknowledge, see you later, Resi. Thank you for hanging out as usual. And thank everyone else. Thank you all for hanging out today. This has been lovely. What a great stream. It's been trying to make it a bit more chill than normal streams. Sorry, my guy just got stuck on some on an invisible obstacle. I've tried to make it a bit more chill than normal. I don't want every stream of mine to be like really shouty and stuff, but we've tried our best. It was awesome talking football with someone again. I missed that a lot. You're welcome to talk football with me whenever you want. Absolutely fine. So, yeah, thank you all for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all the new folks who followed and came and hung out today. All the regulars and everything. Very diverse selection of topics we got through today. Everything from football, German football to cryptocurrency and everything in between. For better or worse. But in the meantime, next stream, I'd want to do one tomorrow, but in all fairness, I'm probably going to be working on a video tomorrow, which you'll be seeing on Saturday evening. On Friday evening, I want to stream on Friday evening, but I won't be here. So if I do stream, it will be on tour, on an undisclosed location, as an as yet undisclosed location. So you might see a Friday on the road stream. On the road, get back again. You might see from a hotel room somewhere, probably not near you. Just thinking about who's in the chat, really. So you might see a stream on Friday. It'll be quite basic. It'll just be on my phone or my laptop or whatever. But we'll see. Hopefully you'll also see a video on the main channel on Saturday. Finally bringing back another Station of the Mile. It'll be back. Finally, we're going to get the Isle of Wight trilogy underway. 2 videos of which I filmed last year and another I filmed about 2 weeks ago. So better kind of get some of that out, you know. So that'll be the next few bits from me. And then otherwise, we'll be back next Monday, probably for more Need for Speed Carbon. And in the meantime, I've got some other ideas and bits and bobs to come together. Things feel exciting again. Things have felt a bit stagnant and a bit foggy and of late, a bit sort of and a bit crappy, but I'm figuring things out. I'm figuring out more how this weird old brain up here works, which I've known for a long time is autistic, and I'm now coming to learn is probably ADHD as well. And I'm figuring out how to work with that as best we can. So, thank you all so much for hanging out today. Mike's still giving us facts about fuel facts. And I think to finish off, we need to find someone to raid. Who's going to... Whoops. Hayden, steady on. Hayden, mate, you're right there. There we go. So, someone's WhatsApped me. Oh, yeah. Someone I was chatting to earlier about seasonal affective disorder, the winter SADs. They always come around October, November, so... But we're doing all right, aren't we, Hayden? Yeah, no, I didn't mean just in the league. I meant, in general. Yeah, good. Okay. So we're going to find someone to raid. Who will that person be? Ooh, mystery. Well, we've got a Batcher, we've got a Skelly, we've got a Skelly, we've also got a Nova Katebs, who's a fabulous human being, great musician, also Canadian. I know there are some Canadians in here. A Canadian pal of ours who is normally a musician. Well, she is a musician. Very good one at that. Today is hanging out doing crosswords. probably with hot chocolate. So to continue the chill vibes, let's head over there, shall we? Have a natter. And in the meantime, thank you all so much for hanging out today. I'm going to quit out of the game now. There we go. And there we go. Raid. Over Katips. Blammo. There we go. There we go. So whatever you want to do with the rest of your day, if you want to come hang out with us over in Nova Katips channel, or whatever you do, have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye.